Yeah, if the Packers beat the Vikings.
What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It's your boy Rio Robinson back with the latest and greatest on the Rambling with Rio YouTube channel where we ramble about the Washington Commanders. Today is Thursday, January 12th, and today is my yearly request, declaration, proclamation, begging HBO to let the Washington Commanders be the featured team on Hard Knocks Training Camp 2023. Yes, I know Hard Knocks does two now, so there's two shots at it. They do the training camp version, which I love, and they do the in-season version. Last year, the in-season version featured the Arizona Cardinals, which lacked luster because their quarterback got hurt midway through the show. And then the training camp version was glorious, per usual, featuring the everybody loves them Detroit Lions, coached by Dan Campbell. Like, how could you not love that franchise? Washington is the perfect candidate for this position, and this year's four qualifying teams are the Washington Commanders, the Chicago Bears, the New York Jets, and the New Orleans Saints. The Saints are not that interesting. Let's be honest. The Jets, they're like AFC us with Vin Diesel coaching them. They're interesting in the fact that they're probably going to have the offensive and defensive rookie of the year. Their coach is a great guy, not the most interesting guy. And let's be perfectly honest here. There's not a better candidate for Hard Knocks than the Washington Commanders. And this year is a very special season to do so. It is going to be the first training camp session held by this team under new ownership. I expect the new ownership changing of hands to be finalized, complete, and Washington needs to put our new owners at the forefront. They need to put them out there in front of a camera and in front of a microphone as much as possible. You can pretty much call it 22 years, 23 years of damage control. We're going to be getting it in 1 year. So Hard Knocks would be very good for the image of the team, especially regarding the new ownership group that will be in place here. But the team literally, like, it sells itself. It's not a hard thing to look at and say, this is why Washington will be the best candidate for Hard Knocks. We're literally a walking fucking reality HBO drama series. Come on now. Follow Chase Young around with a camera alone is going to be A+ television. Just watch him mic'd up versus the Cleveland Browns. He walks around with this infectious charisma. He's from PG, and you know how PG people get down, and he's an absolute superstar personality. We need the production to match what his aura contains, but just following Chase Young around, period. Tressway, our punter. There are personalities for our receiving core with Terry, Jahan, and Curtis Samuel. They seem quiet, but no, they're hilarious. They're goofy as hell. Our specialists, Tressway and Jeremy Reeves, they're a personality for days on this team. Come on now. Our starting running back was fucking carjacked and shot multiple times. It is tragic. We are happy that he's recovered from that. But come on, the storylines and the headlines write themselves with this team. This team's a walking headline, a walking contradiction. It is everything you want in good TV. My popcorn would be ready, my smart food, white cheddar popcorn, every Tuesday night to watch Hard Knocks with us on it. I need it, and I seen someone tweet this, and it was so perfect. They were like, how could you not want your team on Hard Knocks? It is like porn for football fans, and I could not agree more. I could not type more exclamation marks agreeing with that statement. It literally is like porn. One, as a fan that regularly attends training camp, just the cameras following fan movement and the way we get down and the way we act at games and the fans are a storyline in itself. How could you not want this team to be on Hard Knocks? Ron's going to be in a lame duck year where he's fighting for his job. We're going to have a quarterback competition between Sam Howell and whatever meh veteran and some rookie that we're probably going to be an undrafted free agent or something. There's going to be a quarterback competition. There's going to be a new offensive coordinator in town. There's going to be new ownership flaunting all types of new shit during training camp. There's going to be new traditions, and this team has personality for days. Even the alumni has personality. I cannot imagine the funny bits they're going to get from like Fred Smoot while he's around. I see no reason why the Washington Commanders are not the leading candidate to get Hard Knocks this year. And don't throw in a storyline like if we were to somehow pull a rabbit out of our hat and pull a Lamar Jackson or an Aaron Rodgers. The stories would literally write themselves. Aaron Rodgers isn't the most charismatic human in the world, but he's one of the most interesting. And that douchey-ass man would write 1,000 headlines a day. Lamar Jackson is an absolutely infectious personality. Let's be frank, we're not getting either of those guys, but those guys could only add to the laundry list of reasons why the Washington Commanders should be the featured team on Hard Knocks. Sure, the Bears have Justin Fields. They're on the rise, the first pick of the draft, and $100 million plus to spend. But are they really interesting? Who the fuck cares about Matt Eberflus? First of all, that last name alone should disqualify them from being on Hard Knocks. The Jets are an up-and-coming team. They have really good rookies and a good coach. They're not fun. And the New Orleans Saints, unless Sean Payton comes back, nobody gives a shit about the New Orleans Saints. Washington Commanders. That is your team for Hard Knocks 2023. And I want the training camp version, not the in-season version. The in-season version is kind of like the great value Hard Knocks. I love it. It's still good. The access is crazy. But the training camp one just hits different. After a preseason week, after each preseason game and a week of training camp, nothing's like sitting back and watching Hard Knocks. It may actually help the goodwill of this team. It may actually have some people take us more seriously if they get a closer peek behind the lens of what a professional organization looks like with new ownership in place. That's my sales job. Get it done, HBO. You're my favorite premium network. Put my team on the goddamn show. Washington Commanders, Hard Knocks 2023. I want it. I need it. Give it to me. Deuces.